What's up YouTube? For today's video with a full Vivillon patterns team. 8 years ago I did this video and I thought, you know what, it's time for a juicy revamp. Now last time I only used 6 of the patterns here, and today I'm going to be using all 20 patterns in one video. So I have 4 different battles with each of these Vivillon forms of all different movesets, and it's going to be super fun there, people. I know quite a few have been waiting for this team for a while, and let's get into it. First battle here, this one is against Lychee, and we have a ginormous, scary combi lead. Now, my first Pokemon here is going to be a Vivillon. Now, I know this really surprised you. We got a Swift, Quiver Dance, Terra Blast, Ghost, and Sleep Powder set. Now, this is the Vivillon Polar pattern. I'm going to try and see if I can remember all the patterns throughout this video. So we got this Swift combi. I thought they may have a Focus Sash. I think that was their item anyway, so it was going to be a 2-hit KO. Next Pokemon here is going to be a Vespiquen. So it looks like, it appears to be a team of bees. Now, if you enjoy the videos, people, and support the channel, make sure you drop a like there and tell me what is your favorite Vivillon pattern out of all of them. Let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you think of Vivillon. Also, people, tomorrow the DLC is going to be out, depending on when you watch this video, of course. So I'll be doing a live stream on my channel. As soon as that DLC drops, I will be there and we'll be streaming it. Come and watch and play together. It'll be so much fun. Anyway, back to the video there. I'm going to get wrecked by a Acrobatics Vespiquen. So we're going to go to our next Vivillon, and this is, I think this is the Vivillon Sun. Yeah, it's a Sun form. I'm hoping I'm trying to get all these off the top of my head here. So this is a Tailwind Endure Rain Dance Giga Drain set. Max Health and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature, Weakness Policy, Shield Dust as the ability. This one is sort of made to be in doubles too, so I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler alert here. I'm going to be doing singles, and I've also got a doubles battle plan at the end of the video too. So I tried to make use of all the different abilities, because we got Shield Dust, Compound Ice, and Friend Guard as Vivillon's abilities. So I want to make use of all of them. So I'm going to be swapping out here, and we're going to go into the next Vivillon. This one is a Quiver Dance Terra Blast set. Now, I tried to keep the Quiver Dance sets to a minimum on each team, because I didn't want to give them all Quiver Dance, because it's probably the most powerful set that you could probably get. Now, this is the Icy Snow set. This is Max Special Attack and Max Speed, Modest Nature, Heavy Duty Boots as the item, and Shield Dust as the ability. So I'm actually going to go for the Hurricane here. So I went for Hurricane Miss, and then Toxic Miss, and then I landed the Hurricane, and that little bee is going to be going right into the hive. Wait, it's already got a hive attached to it. Never mind. Next Pokemon to come out here, I know this will really surprise you, is going to be Vespiquen number 3. Now, the pressure is on here, people. I need to be able to take this out in one shot. Hurricane is going to miss. It's just funny because the Pokemon that I didn't run Compound Eyes on, I kept missing all of them all the time. So I was actually going to run a different set with this, but I thought I'm going to run one with Shield Dust and make it a little bit more of a challenge. And I don't think a lot of people expect Shield Dust on a Pokemon. Now, the next Vivillon to come out here is going to be, this is a tricky one. I think this is the River Vivillon. Like, yeah, that's it. The River Vivillon. Now, this one is a ginormous Tackle, U-Turn, Thief, and Acrobatics set. The item is Normal Gem. Ability is Shield Dust. Lots of Shield Dust today. Max Attack and Max Speed, Adamant Nature. So I'm going to go for the Acrobatics set, doing a lot of damage to the Vespiquen. And Vespiquen is going to be eating a nice juicy little berry there, which is going to be a citrus berry. So I can follow this up with another Acrobatics. However, Vespiquen is going to be able to go for a Confuse right here. So if I do myself in confusion, I might be in a little bit of trouble here. So flapping my wings there, getting through the confusion, and that is going to be enough to take out the Vespiquen with another Acrobatics. So we've got 2 more Pokemon left here, but I'm not out of the woods yet. Next Pokemon, wait, we've seen this Vespiquen earlier on, I believe. Yeah, it's taken a little bit of damage, so I'm confused here, and I actually got through the confusion, and I took out the next Vespiquen. All there is left is one more Vespiquen. However, I smell a rat because there hasn't been a Terra yet. Now, the last Pokemon is Vespiquen. This one's actually nicknamed, and we're going to have a Terra here. And I'm thinking, I wonder what Terra this is actually going to be, because it could be absolutely anything. So the Vespiquen is going to be Terra Electric. I'm like, oh, this could be problematic. So this bee has got a ginormous globe on the top of its head, and I'm going to be confused. I'm like, well, at least I can get a little bit of damage with acrobatics, maybe. And I did, so I didn't get confused at all, which is actually, hit myself in confusion at all, which is really nice. So the Vespin is going to go for Defend Order, and I'm like, oh, this is very, very bad. Extremely bad, because it's going to be very, very bulky. So I'm still confused. I think that's like the fourth turn to be confused. And I went for the Thief, and I actually ended up stealing a really good item. I got a Citrus Berry, so that's going to allow me, obviously, to feint the Vesquin a little bit quicker. So at this stage now, my physical Vivillon, we've got Vivillons, we've got Vespiquins. It's a bit of a challenge here, people. I'm going to go for Thief again. I really can't do much, and it's going to hit me with a Hurricane and blow my Vivillon away. Now, I've got 2 more Pokemon left. I'm going to have to go for a Terra soon, too, because this is actually quite a difficult Pokemon to get around. So, I've got my next Vivillon. Now, that one is... Oh, I'm trying to remember. It is... Oh, man. I don't want to get these wrong. Savannah. The Savannah. So, that's the Light Screen, Iron Defense, Quiver Dance, Giga Drain set. A PIMPNITE special. Through and through. Light Clay as the item and Shield Dust as the... Man, I've run so many Shield Dust Vivillons today. What was I thinking? So we had Max Health and Max Speed, and I ran this one as Bold Nature, so a bulky Vivillon. So unfortunately for me, I really couldn't do a lot in this combination, so I just went for my attacking move, set the light screen up, and I put all my bets on this last Vivillon. So this Vivillon is going to be, this is a Sandstorm one. We got a Rest, Sleet Talk, Terra Blast, Electric, Energy Ball set. I gave it an air balloon as the item, so when I'm electric, I could obviously be immune to ground type moves. Actually, kind of similar to this Vesquin, and pretty funny how we both opted to go for Electric Terra in the end. So I'm thinking to myself, I might be able to wear down this Vesquin with Energy Ball. Now, Energy Ball is has a chance of dropping the opponent's special defense, so I thought I may as well just try and do that. Now, I've got the light screen flowing beautifully on the field here, and it's not going to be very effective, so that was my plan anyway. Now, the EVs on this one were Max Speed, and it was Max Special Attack. Timid Nature, I had Shield Dust as the ability, and yeah, we pretty much, I guess Shield Dust or Compound Eyes were the best abilities to run in singles, because Friend Guard is a, obviously Friend Guard is a doubles ability, so I'll be running Friend Guard on some of them in the doubles battle. So I'm trying to get these Vesquin, these little light bulb Vesquin to feint here, or this one, and I got a crit, which is pretty good, and I kept peppering it over and over with the Energy Ball. It wasn't doing a lot of damage, and now the Vesquin's got Roost. I was hoping it didn't have Roost, but it's going to Roost all of its health back. So we both pretty much have a healing move here. Now, this last bit of the battle went on for a very, very long time. I want to say at least 10 minutes of roosting and resting and everything in between there. And finally, the light screen actually ran out on my Vivillon here. So this thing got a lot of defend orders up in the meantime too. I was down to my, bare bones PP, which isn't a good thing. And we're going to be going for the Terra Blast Electric, which is not going to do anything at all. This Vesquin had a lot more, obviously, a presence about it than I did, and it ended up actually fainting me in the end there. But that was a very, very long battle there. Hope you enjoyed it. It went from 3 minutes to 0 seconds there. Amazing game. Let's get on to battle number 2. Seriously, I probably cut out at least 10 minutes of stall there. Next battle, this one is against Alex, and we do have a theme team here. So I wonder if you can pick up on what it was. I mean, the first one was pretty obvious. I guess you could say, I was going to say the birds and the bees, but there was no birds there, but it was a bees team. Now, this Vivillon, what's this one? I'm going good so far. I'm going good on the Vivillon pattern names. Jungle, yeah, in the jungle. Anyway, we got this Brambleghast, and this, my first set was completely warped because it was a normal, it had all these normal type moves, like Facade, Protect, Stun, Spore, and Sub. So I had to swap it out, and then I went into the modern Vivillon. Now, this one is a special set. We've got Air Slash, Stun, Spore, Supersonic, and Pounce. It's actually like this cool mix set. Bright Powder as the item, and we've got Compound Items as the ability. So what I'm going to try and do here is I use Pounce. And what that does is it slows down any opponents, which are, by 1 speed. And then I can go for Air Slash for Flint, Stunts for Paralysis, and we got the Supersonic for Confusion. So it's a bit of a nasty set. Now out comes Algae. Man, it's looking a little bit skinny. It needs a little bit more krill or something, whatever it eats. Unless it eats seaweed. So anyway, this is a Acid Spray set, and it's going to drop my special events harshly, and it's got Lychee up. So I've probably got like 1 more turn to be able to live it. So I went for a Vital Air Slash. It's not really doing a lot, and it's going to snap out of Confusion too, and it's going to take me out with Acid Spray. So that is the end of the modern Vivillon. That was Max Health and Max Special Attack Modest Nature. So the next set is going to be the jungle one from before. This is Facade, Protect, Stun, Sport, and Sub. The Terror is Terror Normal, and the item is going to be Flame Orb. So I tried to make use of a physical normal set. Bear in mind, I was trying to use all the moves that Vivillon could learn. Like, I tried to spread them across all 20 Vivillon. And some sets were very, very bad. Like this one. This was absolutely terrible. So this was a Atom of Nature, Max Attack and Max Speed set. And we've got a Gyarados Steel. And I couldn't think of probably a worse matchup here for this particular Vivillon, right? So I'm going for Facade. As you can see, Facade really isn't going to do a lot there. So this Gyarados is going to use Whirlpool. Like, oh, this is interesting. So there seems to be some sort of theme going along here. If you've picked up what it is, maybe I'll give you a clue. It's to do with the moves that my opponent is using. So I'm going to take some damage there from the Burn and from the Whirlpool. That's actually working in their favor. Now, all I can do is try and stall this Gyarados a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to win this matchup. I can't swap out due to the Whirlpool. So I've set the Paralysis up there with a Stun Sport, and Gyarados is going to use Sandstorm. So I'm like, wow, there's going to be so many things hitting me. So we got the Sandstorm, the Whirlpool, and the Flame Orb all at the same time. That's probably going to land me maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 more turns, and then I'm going to be toast, right? The EVs on this were sweeping EVs, so I didn't have any bulk whatsoever at all versus the Gyarados. So I went for Facade again. That's going to do a quality 2 damage. And now the Gyarados' last move is going to be Taunt. So if I add any other status move like Sub, I won't be able to use them anymore. By the time the Taunt is worn off, my Vivillon will be worn out. So Gyarados also has leftovers too, so that's virtually healing half the amount of damage that I'm dealing with Facade there. I did actually think about trying to go for Terra Normal. I thought that'd be a waste because, I mean, I'll do a little bit more damage, but I don't have a lot of health left, and this really isn't the greatest set. So go for my last final Facade here. Gyarados is going to pop another Whirlpool, and Vivillon is going to be fainting to the Sandstorm there. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to catch butterflies. Like, I'd see them in the air, and then I'd put them in like a little, kind of like a biggish cage, and I'd catch a few of them, and then I'd release them all, and they all flew out of there into the wild. It was a very, very cool experience when you were, I don't know, 2 years old. Anyway, back to the video. So we got a Vivillon, and I know that surprised you. This one is a Monsoon set. We got Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Terra Blast, Fire, and Energy Ball. Ability is going to be, of course, our favorite Shield Dust, and item is going to be Heat Rock. So first things first, I got rid of that sand, and I went for the Sunny Day, and now what I can do is go for a Terra Fire. Now this Gyarados, believe it or not, being a Steel type, was actually a pretty good counter for my even though it was like a really, really memey set, I couldn't do a lot of damage to it, so I had to go for Terra Blast Fire in the sun to try and faint it. Now I had Modest Nature, Max Speed, Max Special Attack, it still didn't faint it with the sun up there. So this Gyarados' other move is Bite too. I can see what the full set is. So it's like a flinching set, and it's just a flinching, trapping, bulky Gyarados set. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go for another Terra Blast Fire here. I almost lost this Vivillon here just due to the damage that it dealt to me with the Bite. And that is the end of Gyarados. Thank goodness. I was getting a bit worried there that I wasn't going to be able to, faint that and stuff. So the next Pokemon is going to be Lumineon. Lumineon, you don't get to see like hardly at all, so it's really cool to see. I'm going to go for the big Solar Beam here. I've got the sun up, so I went for Solar Beam. I was like, this should do some really, really good damage, depending on what the set is. The Lumineon actually manages to live that one, and now it's going to fire off and attract. I mean, it is quite a very, very nice looking fish there. So, my Vivillon may give it a kiss or not. I'm not really sure at the moment. So, Vivillon is in love with the Lumineon. It's a very, very beautiful love story, and I'm going to get infatuated. So, I'm like, all right, I need to I need to do something this turn, because if I fail to take it out this turn, I'm going to faint to Whirlpool. Another Whirlpool. Maybe that was a little clue to what this team could be alluding to. So I'm going to be in love with a Lumineon again there. I managed to get through the love, and that is going to be the end of this relationship. I'm going to took it out with the Energy Ball. The reason I had Energy Ball and Solar Beam on there, because maybe I wasn't able to get up the Sun. And if my opponent had a lot of Rock-type Pokemon and things like that, it would be bad. So in comes Alola Mola, and it's going to be going for an Aqua Jet, and that is the end of my Vivillon. It's going to be jetting out of that matchup. Now, the next Pokemon here is going to be, I think I already answered. No, this is the Ocean one. The Ocean. So this is a Confuse Ray, Stun Spore, Hyper Beam, and Subset. A PIMPNITE special in all ways. So we got max special attack and max speed, leftovers as the item, and of course our wonderful Shield Dust as the ability. It's funny because when you had stuff like Shield Dust, it actually is more handy than Compound Eyes in some situations where you don't need accuracy. But I guess in this one it might have helped because I had Hype Beam and Stun Swap. I actually have no idea why I didn't do Compound Eyes. Maybe I don't know, I felt like I really nerfed myself with a lot of these sets. Anyway, so we had this Alola Mola. It was a troll set. I know that surprised you. So this Alola Mola, I really tried to get my full strategy going here. So I had the Paralysis, I had the Confusion. Everything was going my way at the start. Now, the Alola Mola is also going to have Wish for Recovery too. I've got the leftovers there, and the little Subdue doll is flying in the sky. So this has Terra Normal too, so I could go for Hyper Beam, and I tried to go for Hyper Beam and get some good damage, and I got some very good damage, but this Alola Mola actually had one attacking move outside of that, and that was outside of Aqua Jet, and that was Mirror Coat. So I'm like, oh, I gotta watch out for this thing, because I know that I can take it out the next turn, but if it gets enough health back, and it's going to a Wish, I'm gonna probably have to sacrifice maybe one Vivillon just to faint it. And I've only got two others left, so I've got to be a little bit careful here. So out goes the Alola Mola. I'm sure it's got Regenerator. And in comes the Dragalge again. So I've got to recharge this turn. I know that I probably won't do enough damage this. Now, this was actually pretty funny. This is pretty funny. So, you know, I said I sort of regretted that I had Shield Dust. This set, the Acid Spray set, notice how it's not dropping my special defense by 2 stages. That is due to Shield Dust. So basically the Pokemon is not affected by secondary effects from another Pokemon's attack. So if I had, like, say, Compound Eyes or Friend Guard, that would be dropping my special defense by 2 stages. Pretty cool. Anyway, so we're going to unleash the beast, and that is the Hyper Beam. This Pokemon, Dragalge, is very, very bulky, so I didn't expect to take it out without a crit. And it's going to have a Wiki Berry too, so Wiki Berry is going to heal it all the way up. And yeah, Vivillon is going to faint this turn. There's not a lot I could have done there. So I've got 2 more Butterflies there, so we're going to go with our next one. Ooh, this one is the Marine set. Yeah, I haven't showed this one off. So we've got Draining Kiss, Quiver Dance, Psychic, and Giga Drain. This has got Terra Fairy. And I've got Compound Eyes on this one. Don't worry, people. Compound Eyes. Wait, why do I have Compound Eyes on this one? But, oh my goodness, I just realized there was 2 Vivillons. I've got the wrong ability on one, and there's the other one that's swapped around. You can roast through that one. So the last one I was meant to have Compound Eyes, and this one was meant to be the Shield Dust set. It's funny how the other one actually, that came in use. It's funny how things work like that. So anyway, back to the video. This has got a max special attack and max speed. A big root is an item, nothing like a big root. And we've got Modest and max special attack and max speed. So I'm going to be swapping my Vivillon out here because I thought I may have some Mirror Coat shenanigans, and it actually turned out to go Aqua Jet. And I thought maybe they'll follow up with a Mirror Coat. So then I swapped out. So I was able to get around this Alola Mola finally. I've got Bug Buzz here. This has a heavy-duty boost. Oh, I've already gone over this set. This is the Icy Snow one. So I'm going to be taking it out with a Bug Buzz. Last Pokemon is Dugtrio. I was like, if this has got a rock move, I'm stuck. But this Dugtrio did not have a rock move. Judging on all the moves that apparently it had Fissure. And mate, what's a trapping move? Maybe Sand Tomb? So I had no way to hit a flying, like a Pokemon that was flying and all due to the theme team they were running. And I managed to take out the Dugtrio there. But if that had something like, I don't know, Rock Throw, I would have been done. Thank you, Alex, for the battle. A really cool team there. And let's get on to battle number 3. Now, this is a single battle too. After this, we have a doubles battle. This is a battle against Will Jax, and we have a theme team here as well. I wonder if you can guess what it is. So my first Pokemon here is going to be Vivillon. Now, what form is this? I'm trying to stall for time here. What is this? I have to get this right. Is this, I'm racking my brain at the moment. This is the pounce set, by the way, why I try to remember what it is. This one is not, no, it's not that one. I'm going to get it soon. Oh, it's the really difficult name. Archipelago. Is that Archipelago? Pelago? Isn't that like something in Sun and Moon? And you grow like, you do the EV training and is it the beans thing? Anyway, back to the video. This one is it's a PIMPNITE special. It's a choice bandit set. We got U-Turn, Giga Impact, Pounce, and Facade. Now, this Hypno was a Hypnosis set and it proved to be fairly bulky. So I've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Adamant Nature, and I've got, of course, everybody's favorite Shield Dust as the ability. Now, this time, when I think about it, this time could have been good for our Compound Eyes too, because Giga Impact, you know, but I don't know. I guess I really wanted to not get hit by a secondary effect. So in comes Pinchurchin. This is where my problems start to happen, and it's going to have Quick Claw, Zing Zap. I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be very, very good against the rest of my team. Now, the next one is going to be Vivillon. I know this surprised you. This one is the Continental, you know. I used to get I used to buy a cellar roll, and I was working some crazy job like years and years ago, probably like 15 years ago, and I used to buy the Continental roll. It's pretty good. You know, it had like olives and salad and some meat, and it was like it was literally massive, and the bread was nice and juicy. It was good, man. I remember those times. Anyway, that is the end of my Continental roll, because it's going to be rolling out of this battle. That was an Iron Defense, Poison Powder, Rest Struggle Bug set with Compound Eyes, Chesto Resto, Max Health, and Max Special Defense, Calm Nature. So I was hoping to get an Iron Defense up before a little Quick Claw activated, but it didn't happen. So now I've got to go for a little Timmy Terror here, because I'm going to get swept by this Pinchurchin. It's just too much of a counter. So I'm going to be going for my Vivillon Garden, and this is a Air Slash, Energy Ball, Terra Blast Fire, and Draining Kiss set. I actually use this Terra Blast Fire Vivillon a fair bit because, counters and stuff like that. So Pinchurchin has reasonably good bulk. It's going to be able to lift that. But thank goodness I managed to get that poison up earlier on, and it's going to be fainting this turn. And thank goodness it didn't get too many more Quick Claws. That would be very bad. So the Reflect is now gone, which actually definitely saved me. And out comes the Swords Bark. So Swords Bark's going to go for a Z Headbutt. That's the summer Swords Bug, and that's going to take out, man, all these forms. I'm getting confused. We got Vivillon forms, Swords Bug forms. You wouldn't read about it. So next Pokemon is going to be Vivillon. This is the Acrobatics Facade Bug Bite set. I did throw a couple of extra Vivillons back into the same team because the last team has got 2 new Vivillon forms in it, and I've substituted them out with 4 other Pokemon, because the last 2 I made is Friend Guard Pokemon, if that makes sense. So this one, I've already gone over what this said. This is the icy, snowy one. And that's going to be then off the Swords Bug. Next one is going to be Glalie. This was rather problematic. So it's going to go for an Ice Shard. That's the end of my Vivillon. I've got 2 Vivillon left. Now, my next Vivillon here is going to be... Oh, we've already done this one, I'm sure. Wait, no, I think this is a new form. This is a new form. This is the High Plains. High Plain form. So we've got Quivernads, Gust, Struggle Bug, and Psybeam with the Twisted Spoon. So I'm going to go for the Psybeam there. I actually managed to get a confusion with Twisted Spoon, which is pretty lucky, because Psybeam only has like, what, a 10% chance to confuse, which is cool. That was Max Special Attack and Max Speed, Modest Nature, and of course everybody's favorite Shield Dust. Next Pokemon is my Vivillon one. This is the Elegant Vivillon. You see this a lot. This is like the Japan region one. So don't ask me what every region is, I forgot, but I can remember the names eventually. So we got Bug Buzz, Hurricane, Giga Drain, and Terra Blast of Water. Throat Spray as the item, and Timid Nature too. So I try to like a special sweeping one there without Quiver Dance. So I'm going to get a nice little boost there. The next Pokemon is going to be your boy Durex. I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz here. It's definitely got an Assault Vest, and it's going to finish me off with a Thunder Punch there. And that is the end of my team. The Butterflies with that Electros, the little porcupine, and I think there was a Toxapex in the back there. I don't think I was winning that one. But I got to show off all those sets, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go on to the 4th battle. This one is against Super Bowser, and we have a Vivillon versus Vivillon team. You knew I was going to have to do at least one of these. So we've got these Vivillons. For some reason, they're called like Pickle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure what's going on here because this is a pickle-free video. Well, at least it was. So we've got 2 new forms here. I almost said 2 new Butterfree forms. Now, these 2 are the Vivillon Fancy, which is the one on the left, and we've got the Vivillon Pokeball. So the only one that can't be shiny legally is the Pokeball one. All the others you can actually eventually obtain yourself shiny if you want to. So these ones are purely based around doubles. So we got Fancy with the Air Cutter. And Air Cutter's really cool because it hits both the adjacent opponents. We've got Pollen Puff. Pollen Puff can actually heal an ally and do damage too. Of course, we've got Swift, and I've got Tailwind and Friend Guard as the ability, Citrus as the item. Max Health and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. Now, the Pokeball one was exactly the same set. Instead of Tailwind, it had a Quiver Dance, and I gave it Scope Lens as the item to stack on top of Air Cutter, of course. That one was Timid Nature and Max Special Attack and Max Speed. Now, all my opponent had was these Pickle Vivillon, so I had to get around them. I had a pretty good move with Air Cutter too. So Hurricanes are actually missing. That must have been a Shield Dust one, if you know, you know. And I actually got a pretty good lead here against all these little Pickle Vivillon. So that's all of the Vivillon patterns I've gone over there. I'm just checking because I swear that I didn't miss any of them out. No, I got all of them. I'm just looking over them all now and thinking, I hope I didn't miss a form out. But no, I got all of them, all 20 of them. I don't think there'll be any new Vivillon forms. Maybe, I don't know, maybe when they, if they ever remake X and Y, they might put a new one, like just one new one in, or they might do that with Furfrou too. Speaking of Furfrou, where's that? When the Furfrou was actually my very first theme team, since we're talking about theme teams at the moment, this is one of my first. That Furfrou one, I'm definitely going to redo, but obviously I've got to wait till it gets back in the game. It's been years, like it's been Gen 7, so we had Gen 8, and now we had Gen 9, so hopefully Gen 10 may feature Furfrou, otherwise we're going to have to wait for some sort of remake for X and Y. Now, this Pickle 5 was staying alive because it had Rest and Sleep Talk, and it was this really, really annoying bulky set. Now, it also had, like, status moves, too, so I don't know whether it had any moves that could do any damage. It just spread paralysis everywhere. Now, we got this Hyper Beaming, I got one of them too. We have some Hyper Beaming Vivillon taking out my Pokeball Vivillon. And now we got this Pickle 5 being asleep. So this had Sleep Talk, and literally this thing lasted for so long. It definitely made a 20-minute battle. That was short. So a classic Sleep Talk wrestler. I love it when that happens so much. My Vivillon got paralyzed. Now we're going to go to the next one. So as you can see, I'm throwing back a couple of... Oh, no, this is a new one. This is a new one. This is actually a new one, because this one I specifically set this one up for a doubles battle. Now, I haven't gone over this yet. So this one was like my Rage Power set, and it was the Tundra one. The Tundra. So we got Harden, Rage Powder. So Rage Powder is pretty cool. Basically, you draw all the targets. Obviously, you become the target, and all the moves get redirected to you, which can be quite good when you're running Vivillon. It's not a very bulky Pokemon. We also got String Shot and Safeguard. Friend Guard is the ability, of course. We're doing a doubles battle. And obviously, with Friend Guard, if you don't know, the Pokemon... Basically, your Pokemon, your Pokemon ally actually receives 3/4 damage from other Pokemon's attacks, which is can be very, very handy, you know, allow you to live some more hits and stuff like that. Now, the EVs on this one were Max Health and Max Defense, Bold Nature, so it was physically bulky. I probably would have liked it to be especially bulky, but, you know, I wasn't expecting to verse a mirror match of another, 6 green Pickle Butterflies. So anyway, back to the battle here, people. We've got this Rest Sleep Talk Vivillon healing itself up again. In the end, I was like, man, I'm just going to go for the other Vivillons because this thing, I just can't feint it right. So I went for Rage Powder. I was trying to draw the attacks of the other Vivillon while my, Air Cutter Pokemon, did some damage there. And that is going to be enough to take out the Pickle 4. And with that item too, I believe that was the one with Scope Lens. Oh no, that was the Citrus Berry one. That's interesting. I got a crit with that. I mean, I know Air Cutter already gets a critical hit by itself, but I don't know. I seem to get lots of crits with the one that didn't have that. Now, next is going to be Pickle 6. This is their last Vivillon. I've actually only lost one Vivillon at this point in the game, but we got a little Timmy Terror here, and you know what happens when a Timmy Terror occurs. The battle obviously starts to change around. Now, funnily enough, this is going to be a Terra Fire set. And it was, wait a second, that's even on the same pattern as mine. Let me check that. The guard, yeah, my garden pattern, funnily enough, was Terrifier too. So I found that really, really funny that we both had the same one. So my Vivillon's Rage Powder actually allowed me to live that attack on my fancy Vivillon, and I ate a berry there, which is good. The only problem with like Rage Powder, if the opponent uses like, spread moves or multi-hitting moves, whatever you want to call them, with like, like Hyper Voice or Air Cutter and stuff like that. So it's a good move, but not always. It can get heavily countered. So we got some poison happening there from, I had Poison Powder. I think that's got Rest, Sleep, Talk. I think this Vivillon, the bulky one, is it Pickle 6? Yeah, Pickle 6, the one on the edge, has Rest, Sleep, Talk, Stun, Spore, and Poison Powder. I don't think it's got any, no, Pickle 5, sorry. Of course, Pickle 5 staying alive, Anyway, back to the battle. It's going to go for another Rest again. I knew that it would. So I'm going to need a pretty powerful attack combination to feint this. And also, I've got this the Vivillon here with Terra Fire, which is going to be pretty good against my team. So I swapped into my next Vivillon here. I've showed you this one already. I've covered every single Vivillon now. I was just double checking myself, I'd hate to do a Vivillon video and leave out one form. Because the top comment will be like, yo, PIMPNITE, you missed out this pattern. You got to redo it, something like that. Anyway, so my Vivillon River gets all washed away there by the Terra Fire Vivillon. So this Vivillon, I'm going to go for a Tailwind because I want to see if I can go first. Now the Pickle number 5 Vivillon is going to go, of course, for a Sleep Talk, and they're going to get Rest. So now I'm going to go into my next Vivillon. Now this is where I start to think I need to go for a Terra here. Now this was the Terra Fairy set this is the Terra Fairy Marine Vivillons. So we had Draining Kiss, Quiver Dance, Psychic, and Giga Drain. And I thought if I could get enough Quiver Dances up here, I can get rid of the bulky Vivillon and I can take out this other one too. Plus I should be able to tank a Terra Blast Fire. That was the idea anyway, because it wouldn't be super effective. So I think I went for a Swift there. This is really, really funny, right? So I got hit by a Hurricane here. I lived it fairly well. And the Vivillon actually takes itself out with the Life Orb damage. So a little bit of disrespect there. Finally, we got to the last bit of this battle. It is the Vivillon with Sleep Talk Rest, and it's going to use Stun Spore again, but I'm already paralyzed. So then I swapped out this one. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can hit this with 2 powerful attacks. So I went into my next Vivillon, the Elegant Vivillon, and this one has Bug Buzz and Throat Spray. So on that turn, I went for a Quiver Dance, and really all I can do is spread status, and I guess try and timer. I think this is like a pure timer stalling Vivillon to try and make you rage quit. So Safeguard actually come into effect there, and then the Safeguard, got dropped there. So I thought I'll do one more Quiver Dance here, then I'll hit it with a Terra Draining Kiss, and then a Bug Buzz on the same turn. And they should not be able to recover from that one. So here comes the Bug Buzz. It did pretty good damage there, and that's gonna. I think this thing might be more defensive. I'm not sure. So anyway, I got my special attack boost, and now of course it's going to use Rest on this turn. So I can now hit it with a +1 Bug Buzz, and then I've got like a +2 or 3 Draining Kiss Terra Fairy. So going for the final Draining Kiss here, and I'm going to kiss that Pickle goodnight and throw it right into the bin. And that, my friends, is the end of the Vivillon Patterns Form Team. This time I used them all. I really hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. I'll catch you for the DLC stream tomorrow. Peace out.